drugs can strike terror into the hearts of the vertigo-suffering salaryman. So what do you do when career advancement means a move to the 40th floor? The vertigo-soothing glasses can bring you back down to earth, but they can bring the earth up to eye level for that comforting, close to solid ground feeling. Note, some vertigo sufferers may find the problem of not being able to see their own feet a high price to pay. I don't think I get vertigo, but I did work on the 28th floor of an office building, and I'm really afraid of heights. And I was worried I was gonna die every single day I stepped on that elevator. And the worst part was, because it's Asia, the elevator is packed, so if I got on to go to the 28th floor, that trip would take me probably around 12 minutes, with everyone else getting off at their stops, sometimes longer, to the point it would make me late to work. But anyway, there would be many times where the elevator would stop, not exactly where it should at the shaft when it's supposed to open the doors. I really was scared for my life every single day I rode that freaking elevator to the 20th floor. Not a fan. I hated it. So, but I don't think that vertigo glasses help with anxiety. There are so many golf club related ones too, which not a huge fan. This one is pretty funny. The hand over here. I find the shoe ones kind of boring, that's why I don't read them. So, sorry, I didn't realize the book has not been in the frame. Finger protector for dangerous and dirty manual tasks. This silicone substitute hand is designed to reduce the danger of cutting your own fingers when preparing food. Careless choppers can become carefree, slicing away at a high speed, safe in the knowledge that the damage done will be to a hand that doesn't mind. It won't recoil from dirty chops either, so if you happen to be phobic about raw onions, fish scales, or the slippery vegetable debris that collects in the plug of the kitchen sink, then allow fearless silicone fingers to lend a hand. I don't have any comment on that. My stomach, wow. I can't find where I left off. Okay. This one says satisfy. This one says satisfy your hunger with a culinary optical illusion. So, we all know that the difficult thing about dieting is going without. Either you aren't able to eat the food you want, or you have to eat less of them. Either way, you feel shortchanged. Not so much because your stomach gripes, but because your brain isn't getting what it's used to. Con it with diet dishes which enable you to serve up full portions of your favorite foods while only consuming half the quantity. It's as many calories, half the cost, and half the dining time. Seems like magic. It's all all done with mirrors. So it just makes it look like you're filling a regular size bowl when you're filling a half size bowl. This is another thing I would buy. Basically, this book is filled with things that I would personally purchase because I'm short, and like one of the really hard things about maintaining your weight when you're short is that when you eat with other people, you want to eat the same portion as them, or like it's expected, or even sometimes people judge you or get mad at you if you don't finish your food. And like, anyway, the point is, you pretty much, if you're like really small, you pretty much do have to eat half of what everyone else eats, and it's really hard, because you watch them eat more and enjoy more, and it seems unfair. But anyway, I would buy this. And they have some cool pictures on the other side too. This one's cute. It's called Portable Countryside. Not the most exciting I've seen, but it's really cute. It says, I'm telling you that trying to read like an elementary school teacher is harder than you may think. Okay. I hope this gives y'all tingles because I'm struggling. Still struggling with the glare and all. Okay. Big cities mean intimidating, towering size. That's not even how teachers read. I can't do it, I'm sorry. Big cities mean intimidating, towering skyscrapers and a bustling maze of subways. Worst of all is the lack of natural sights and smells. Armed with a personable, portable countryside, the simple farm boy or born-again naturalist need never feel too urban when weaving their way through the concrete jungle. From now on, the walk to worker school will always be pleasantly scenic and familiar. We recommend using the back streets whenever possible. Exposure to exhaust fumes will kill your plants. One thing Let's see what's going on here. So, it says the most common excuse for not exercising is I can't find the time. It's impossible to make that claim if you have a sit-up table. Now, while you're chewing, you can also be crunching. Beginners may want to start with just one sit-up every 2 to 3 bites, but advanced users will soon be able to squeeze off several exercises per mouthful. If you're really lucky, all that motion while you're trying to eat will result in a total loss of appetite. What could be better? So, this is what he looks on it, but this is what it looks like on its own. This is the number one biggest choking hazard I've ever heard of in my entire life. I think that's pretty obvious. Like, I literally can't think of another one. Chewing gum on a roller coaster, I'm not sure. There are so many in this book that are putting Swiffer, like microfiber Swiffer shit stuff on the bottom of children's shoes and animal shoes. And there's a bunch of businessmen shoe innovations, but I don't care. This is cute. It says shiatsu shoes for adults who like massage and children who like to step on people. There's a lot of both of those out there. In a household where everyone works hard, plays hard, and comes home beat, it's difficult to find someone willing to massage being mistaken for an enterprising prostitute. But if you ask, sorry, if you ask me, that is so chic, so editorial. And you can see over here that it has wheels on the bottom, like a desk chair. I can't think of anything else. Okay, here's a good one, but it's kind of in the same category as the cleaning shoes. But I really hope you could not hear my stomach growling. So it's well, I don't know, I haven't read it yet, but it's like a collar. It's a harness, that's the word I was looking for. It's a harness that has a lint roller attached to it to pick up your pet hair so that they're picking up their own pet hair. Another one I would buy. Small animals are cute, but they're also messy. Apart from the smell and the noise, there's also all that hair they leave behind them. Hence the need for the pet pickup. It lets the offending animal clear up its own debris almost in the same instant it's deposited, as long as the owner remembers to tear off the soiled outer sheet every now and then. The pet leaves a clean trail wherever it goes, with the added bonus of picking up human bits of trash too. Your pets won't like it as much at first, but they'll soon become as attached to it as they are to their own shadow. I doubt that. Okay, I'm reading this, but I'm trying to figure out what it means. It says self-lighting cigarettes. Self-lighting cigarettes. Neither wind nor rain will stop a smoke lighting again, their match attached. Now smokers needn't pat their pockets frantically, poke their heads into expensive gas ranges, or rub sticks together in a feeble attempt to get a light. With self-lighting cigarettes, the match is built in. This brilliant idea might also work for candles and fireworks. In fact, anything that needs lighting. The convenience far outweighs the discomfort of inhaling all the sulfur and gunpowder that's part of the match. Okay, see, I do not have the constitution to read the actual description of this, but it's called a chattering chewer. Mashes up your meal so you don't have to. Yep, the This could become a tiresome feature of your photo album unless you really like polls. I just think it's so funny that this was humorous back then, and now, well, it's still humorous, but like these things really got me. It's just funny to me how infeasible they were back then. Okay, this says cigarette joints. Now chain smokers can live up to their name. Don't get the wrong idea about our cigarette joints. They're not a new type of herbal cigarette. They're joining rings to make the old ones last longer. When smokers gripe that their cigarette breaks aren't long enough, maybe what they really need are longer cigarettes. Cut the filters off a few extra smokes, use your cigarette joints to attach them to the one in your mouth, and you'll have a supersized cigarette guaranteed to fulfill even your worst cravings. No, I was gonna say disgusting, but judgment-free zone safe space. Everyone has their vices, but probably don't get that. Good thing it probably doesn't actually exist. Oh, I don't care about the shoe ones at all. My stomach is gonna growl again. Okay. This says, the walls have eyes. Sorry, it is. If you cannot tell, I really need a better setup. I'm sitting on the edge of my bed with like one leg off because I don't have a chair or a desk. Perform under scrutiny. Somebody's watching you. There's only one good substitute for self-discipline, and that's the discipline inflicted by others. Too often, students spend the whole day dreading the work ahead of them. Then, when the rest of the world has gone to bed, they fidget, drift, and eventually fall asleep. That's why this screen of 100 eyes is so useful. Pull it down when you finally want to get down to business, and the power of these relentless stares and glares will keep you alert and concentrated. Recommended only for study areas, though this screen can be unnerving when placed in the bathroom or bedroom. Alright, I'm getting sleepy. So let me see if there are any other really worthwhile ones. I mean, they're all amazing, but some of them are similar. Sorry, I'm not finding anything that's piquing my interest. Okay. You know what I was saying about the baby shoes? Well, now we have a whole baby outfit for when they're crawling. A baby mop outfit. Make your children work for their keep. After the birth of a child, there's always the temptation to say, yes, it's cute, but what can it do? Until recently, the answer was simply lie there and cry, but now babies can be put on the payroll, so to speak, almost as soon as they're born. Just dress your young one in baby mops and set him or her down on any hardwood or tile floor that needs cleaning. You may at first need to get things started by calling to the infant from across the room, but pretty soon they'll be doing it all by themselves. There's no child exploitation involved. The kid is doing what he does best anyway, crawling. But with baby mops, he's also learning responsibility and a healthy work ethic. I'm just looking for one more because I am so hungry. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is gonna be my last one because I'm now hungry. So, this says it's called a stay-in-place sleeper. It says the immobilizing mattress for middle-of-the-night movers. Toss and turn when you're not sleeping well. Wiggling your covers and flinging your legs out of the bed are often manifestations of deeper troubles. The stay-in-place sleeper stops you from getting out of hand and from vacating your spot in the bed. Slip into your niche when you lie down at night, and the chances are you'll still be there in the morning. It's particularly useful